Postmen, Couriers or Reddit, what's the weirdest state someone's been in while answering the door? Number 1. Naked dude soaking wet wearing nothing but a Cracker Barrel apron. First time okay. Second time something is going on here. Number 2. One lady opened the door and pissed her pants in front of me while she signed and her boyfriend not so discreetly filmed it from behind her. Jeez, if they are going to make you participate in their fetish, you should get a cut of the OnlyFans profits. Number 3. I was breastfeeding my baby, heard a knock at the door, put my boobs away, answered the door. Afterwards I looked down, realize one boob is still out. Have to hand it to the guy, he didn't look down once. Number 4. When I was 13, I was sent to the neighbors to get my brother and tell him to come home. The guy opened the door, naked, glitter coming out of his pubes. He had a towel covering his goods. I asked him if my brother was there and thankfully he said no. Glittery balls are pretty nuts. This might be the perfect sentence, thank you. Number 5. Not a postman, but I had a furry, dressed up as a wolf, husky-eyed what it was, answer the door as my initiation job when I was a carpet technician. I had to steam clean the carpets in their furry fandom room. My coworkers were laughing their ass off when I came back to the office. Number 6. My husband was a mailman for years before we met and has some stories. My personal favorite is the guy who would meet him at the top of the stairs in a bathrobe. Husband then could see his balls. He then offered my husband a bottle of water and asked him if he wanted to come in for a massage. Unsurprisingly, he declined the dude's offer every time. Number 7. UPS driver. Here I delivered to a housing complex for the mentally unstable and I got chased with a knife the instant the door opened. The staff said she's not allowed anything pointy and they're very sorry. The spot had the worst state funding imaginable and everyone was in shambles. Felt bad, but fuck, make sure they get their meds. Please. Mega story time. Fucking hell, I'm probably too late for this, but let me tell you an insane story. I moved into a shared house with 2 other people when I was 21, living the dream, lots of parties, and pretty soon after moving in I became fuck buddies with one housemate, very laid back and a little weird. She literally used to tell me how her Tinder dates had gone whilst cleaning my jizz off her face. I promise this isn't some horny story though, it's just an important bit of context. One day I'd made some cash doing a gig, close-up magic, and called her up asking if she fancied a few celebratory drinks and a movie evening. It was pretty early cause it was a lunchtime gig for the Jubilee in England. She was all for it, so that's what we did. Of course, we didn't get fully dressed afterwards, so I'm naked and she's put on a t-shirt and pair of my boxers and we are an hour into Memento, and 20 minutes post-shag when the door goes. Effing policeman was there when she answered the door. Is Steve in? Other housemate, they asked. No, she says. Steve was out a couple of days, hence me being naked on the sofa. I start looking for clothes but there are none in the lounge and I'd have to walk past the front door to get to the bedroom. Police hear me rustling, assume I'm Steve, and bust into the flat. I get arrested on the spot and handcuffed naked. Housemate gets my license to prove it's not me and I'm let go. So they leave and it was so surreal we both just start laughing. The police were so embarrassed by the end of it, we were all kinda laughing together after all the apologies. We all saw the ludicrousness of the situation. So of course, when the door knocked again a few minutes later, I assumed it was the police again, and they'd forgotten something. So, I answered bollock naked as the day I was born and said, "Are you here, pin me down again?" To the Amazon delivery guy. P.S. Turns out Steve was trying to meet up with underage girls, hence the search warrant. Holy shit, it went from 0 to 100 real quick in the last 2 sentences. You can find more treasure like this on my channel. I upload every day, so subscribing to me isn't such a bad idea. If you stayed till the end, you are a real one. Thank you for watching and see you in the next awesome video.